overall message you want the black family, the global family out there to know?
Peace, peace, brother. First and foremost, much love and positive energy being sent to Brother Rich and his platform and all that he has in his cause and effect. My message is straight to the point, it's straight and exact, it's right and exact. It's save yourself. But you have to understand who yourself is. You have three selves. You have a physical self, an emotional self, and a mental self. So when you save yourself, you must save yourself beyond the physical realm. You must touch the spiritual realm. You must touch your highest state of existence, which is your soul, which stems from solar energy, the universe. So the number one problem with black people, I would like to say, is we forget that we exist on other levels. The Caucasian has hidden the abilities of melanin to the point that we forget that we even have it. Every day you walk around black and you forget that you're a melanated being. You're not black. So the point I'm making is we have been so confined and enslaved to just see the physical realm that we forget we're being affected on two other levels of existence, which is emotionally and spiritually. Now physically we can clearly see Caucasian killing us in the street, the food is trash, need I go on. But emotionally and spiritually we be infected through the white supremacist mentality, which is being projected into the minds of melanated beings. As a melanated being, you have no business with the mental constructs of a Caucasian. Anything white for you is detrimental to your existence because it's opposite of existence. The Caucasian can't even live within the sunlight, but yet you can share the same ideology as someone who can't even exist within the natural environment that you can. So with that being said, spiritually and emotionally, we are being damaged. We are being shown mental negative images of ourselves. Everything we hear about ourselves is negative. And the worst part is we have been taught so less of ourselves that we grow up and treat ourselves less of ourselves. So the God concept was once upon a time one with the black race because we were in tune with the spirit, which is eternal, which is you, which is God. This is why you can't see God, because you can't see your soul. So with that being said, the Caucasian has separated us from the spiritual continuum or paradigm of existence and forced us to live solely on a physical construct. So by doing so, he has separated you from God, because we understand that the physical realm is created by the spiritual realm. So if you forget that the spiritual realm exists, then you forgot that God exists, which is your higher self. So in doing so, not only being separated from your higher self, you are being manipulated and molested on the physical manifestations that the Caucasian has created within his demonic psyche, and you're trying to live within that paradigm, which is just causing you even more pain and agony. So now this brings me back to my original answer. My number one message is to the black race is to save ourselves, and by saving ourselves, but we can do that physically. We have no problem doing that. We're the best football players, boxers, runners, whatever. That's not even a question when it comes to who's the physical superior entity on the planet Earth. What I'm saying is we must resave ourselves spiritually and mentally, and that is yet to be done. You have so many illusions and roadblocks threw up for black people that it's so hard to actually, your pineal gland and your third eye must be in tune to cipher through the bug crap. Like, for example, the Caucasian had just set out what I like to call landmines for you to step on. So on the other end of this field you got to walk is truth. But to get to that truth, you got to walk through a landmine called Christianity. You got to walk through a landmine called Israelite. You got to walk through a landmine called Muslim. You got to walk through a landmine called this, that, and the third, blood, crip. You have so many different set out identities of you given to you by the oppressor that even trying to get to you, you have to get through the other bullshit that he's trying to give to you. So it's really no escape unless you have the divine frequency to be able to vibrate through the obstacles laid. So when it comes to saving ourselves as a melanated entity, you cannot save yourself physically if you don't know mentally or spiritually how to exclude the Caucasian from your existence. For example, a lot of people don't know, are not even conscious, I should say, when they go and get a cup of water out the sink, they're not conscious that, damn, this has fluoride, I'm getting ready to drink this, and I make my babies noodles and food out of this same water. And I'm poisoning my child and calcifying their pineal gland. You're not even conscious of this. Why? Because the Caucasian has separated you from your spirit and trapped you on a physical realm. So now they say seeing is believing, but with eye, you have a third eye. If you see with the two eyes, then you will always be tricked. You must see with the third eye. So when you see with the third eye, that's not it. I wouldn't even say seeing is believing with that eye. See, that's knowing. Seeing is knowing. So what happened is he has separated us from that eye, that all-seeing eye, which is right here. that pineal gland. And by doing so, he's able to dupe the two physical eyes. He dupes you. And getting back to the point, you go to the grocery store, you buy a GMO. It look like an orange, tastes like an orange, but this ain't no damn orange. But why did you go for that? Because you don't know that it's not a real orange. Why? Because you don't know what a real orange is. Why? Because you can't tell the difference anymore. You used to could tell the difference of a real orange. Now you can't, because you don't even know your real self. Why? Because the Caucasian has hid you from you. And now you go through egotistical constructs such as, once again, Hebrew, Christianity, Muslim, whatever else you want to name, in search of yourself. Because that has been perverted with yourself. So you found a small piece of you in a lie, and now you just gonna hold on to the whole lie because it's the only piece of you ever had your whole life. So with that being said, we got to save ourselves. And in order to do that, that must be done mentally and spiritually. And that's my message to the people. When you see the landmine, walk around it. Don't step on it.
In one of your videos, I heard you say you was dealing with the whole